Muse on XFM 104.9. It's a Gervais show, isn't it?
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, we're all here. Karl.
Lads.
I can't wait.
I can't believe it.
We've got some great stuff coming up, Steve.
What have we got planned?
I'm being honest.
Go on.
There's some great tunes.
Yeah.
We've got, there's too many to mention.
Don't mention them.
Well, there's about 20, actually.
Is there?
We could mention them.
Looking forward to them.
I've got a brand new feature as well. You know, I'll do a film with you.
Loving it.
And, we do Run for the Covers and Song for the Lovers and got a new feature.
Go on.
That film sounds good.
Right.
It's not the film review, it's a track from a film.
That's brilliant, Rick.
Yeah.
That's absolutely
That film
magnificent.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Something like that.
People will be desperate to look forward to that.
And there'd just be some chat as well.
There'll just be some natter in. Karl, have we got anything to give away this week?
No.
Ooh, it's a shame.
Yeah.
Quite like giving stuff away.
Yeah.
Makes me feel quite powerful.
Does, in the week, is there any meetings like, what should we give, like, Ricky and Steve to give away? Because, I mean, I'll see lots of trailers for the breakfast show and that, Enterprise and that. Or do they go, who? They're coming Saturdays. Saturdays? What? I don't work Saturdays. No, but they're still on the air Saturdays. Is it?
Who listens on a Saturday?
Yeah. Between 1 and 3. Oh, that's the worst time, isn't it?
They sort of hear you, taking the mickey out of what tickets you're given. And I think this week you could have had St Etienne, but they said no. We'll hold them back.
I love them being punished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what we're being punished for being subversive and rock and roll.
Yeah.
Is that a crime, Rick? I don't think so. High five.
Fine.
You've got to hit the hand.
Yeah, I know.
Otherwise it sounds embarrassing.
You're a lot taller than me, aren't
just hit high five. Yes.
Play
Sweet.
record. Black Rebel Motorcycle Club there in Loveburns, XFM 104.9. We're really swinging now.
We are. It's
so
happening.
much better than last week.
Last week was appalling. I don't want to talk about
Well,
it.
it wasn't too bad, actually.
Was it?
Apparently. No, I said, we were really off and Steve was hungover and I was tired and we couldn't be bothered. And, they were going, no, it's as good as any other week.
Ooh.
Which is pretty disappointing, isn't it? You want them to go, well, I'll tell you what, it was the worst one ever and it was still brilliant.
It was still magnificent.
As opposed to, it was one of the best. But rubbish. Yeah. Good. So we're gonna really,
we're gonna up the ante today.
Yeah.
Come on, Karl. Cheer up.
Let's make this, Karl. Let's make this the best show ever.
All right. Should we have a big group hug?
Yeah.
Oh, Karl, come on.
Let's have a big group lick.
Yeah. Karl, come on.
Look at his little
look at
face.
his face. You can see why the ladies love him. He's a cute guy. No, you're a cute guy. And I'm not having a go. I genuinely think you are. So don't have a go back at me.
Oh, I've got some news for you, Steve.
Go on.
Where is it? Karl, where is that thing? Right. Here. Company Magazine are compiling a 50 most eligible bachelors feature.
Ding dong.
For the May issue 2002, right? These are the requirements, right? Single, right? That means available, not just unmarried. Just,
Okay.
Age 20 to 30. You're well in there.
I'm straight in there.
C. D.
What was C?
C is, it says good looking.
Fine, yeah, I'm eligible so far.
And it
Keep
says
going.
oh no, this is what rules you out probably. It says not necessarily Brad Pitt-esque. And you are a little bit.
Well, so they say.
It must be British and come from one of the following, regions. London, South East, South West.
That's me.
I think they just name all the regions of Britain.
Yes, they could just say from Britain.
Really. Employ, well, sorry, Karl, go on.
Is there a height restriction or anything like that?
Well,
So what is this? What, seriously, is this a serious thing? What is it?
It's the most eligible bachelor.
This is so me. Do you know any of the boys who'd be perfect for us company girls? Past bachelors have included TV presenters Dermot O'Leary.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in with Dermot O'Leary. He knows me. He's normally on, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jamie Theakston.
It's not most eligible person who knows a bachelor.
The models Rob Warrington and James Polanski.
Yeah.
The singers Lyndon David Hall and Richard Blackwood.
Yeah.
Wouldn't necessarily consider him a singer.
Controversial.
I'm sorry.
He's having a dig at Blackwood.
Hey, I'll tell you this, I was watching, I don't so much watch it, but I saw the trailer for The Farmer Wants a Wife.
Oh, yeah.
Right, which is the show, which you mentioned, yeah, you did, which is a show where I think farmers, because obviously it's very difficult for them to meet women.
Wants a wife?
And I'm thinking, hello, idea, Steve Merchant wants a wife.
It's not bad,
It's
is
a
it?
TV show.
Who sounds a bit like a farmer.
Exactly.
But
what I'm saying is, I don't mind the public voting for the woman, if that's how it happens. I don't mind, because who cares,
Yeah.
I'll have anything, whatever they can choose. Be fine.
See, that, I think, yeah.
Steve Merchant wants a farmer. That'd be even better.
Steve Merchant wants it.
Yeah, Steve Merchant wants it. I'm thinking, sort of, maybe the Bravo channel on cable.
Yeah.
Or ITV2.
Yeah.
It's an idea, Rick. I'm just flying out the flagpole.
Yeah, well, we'll think about that.
Yeah.
Don't phone in. It's not worth it. Let's play some more music. There is a Slim Shady in all of us. That was Eminem, XFM 104.9. Steve.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, because Karl, I'm probably thinking, he likes to have a little dig every so often about, my success with the ladies. No, but I'd tell you, you'd have been proud of me last night. No, listen, you'd have been proud of me. Because I was walking back from the shops, I was carrying 2 cans of weak lager. It was Friday night, Rick.
Yeah.
Time to go a bit crazy.
Yeah.
And there was this woman coming the other way who must have been sort of 50, 55, just staring on the street, dressed in kind of like rhinestone cowboy style outfit. Really weird, never seen her before.
Parton? Was it Parton?
It wasn't Dolly.
No.
And she was just staggering down the road, like, just shouting, and some truck drove by, and she just went, "Oi, come over here! Come over here!" And the car just drove by, whatever, and she walked into me, and she saw me coming, and she saw the beer in my hand, she couldn't believe her luck, and she stopped, and she tried to stop me, and I sort of stepped one way to try and go past her. She stepped there and blocked my way, so she blocked the other way, and she went, come here, like trying to motion, and I was really scared. It was like some...
You looked around and thought, beggars can't be choosers.
Well, but then, for a minute, I was thinking, well, you know, I mean, it's Friday night, you know, I'm in a mood to make whoopee. But I thought it's probably best to avoid it, and I actually managed to run away and avoid her. And she just kept shouting at me as I was running down the road, "Come with me, come with me." But I legged it. But what I was thinking is, it was like some kind of like sort of Hansel and Gretel nightmare. Do you know what I mean? Like an old lady in your way.
You're going there, and there's loads of other people that look just like you.
Exactly.
They're getting very, very thin.
We've been here for years.
In chains. Yeah.
But I thought you'd have been proud of me. No, there was that was, you know, that was a woman on a plate,
so to speak.
And I just turned it down.
And yeah.
Exactly. You see.
You
so
went
not so desperate.
He got in and went, what have I done?
Seeing her again tonight, then.
Well, I'm just going to hang around by the offie, see what happens, you know.
Looking forward to Christmas?
Loving it. I'm always a big fan of Christmas, actually. Yeah, no, I'm not a bah humbug type.
It's not far now, is it? It's this month now. Is it?
Is it? Are we in December?
Is it the 1st?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. Jesus. Yeah. Brilliant.
I was quite excited because this week I think it was this week in the papers, The Sun, and I think all the other papers actually, had the first of the kind of giveaway TV supplements that comes out listing all the shows that are on. But what about when they bring them out this early, is you open it and it's like, you think, yeah, I want to see what films are on and stuff, and you go through it, and it just, about half of the listings are to be confirmed. To be confirmed. It's an utter waste of time.
Yeah.
And it's like, who is planning their film and TV watching this early? Yeah. It's a little bit early to be worrying about
3 weeks in advance going, oh, but I better not make any... Well, unless it's like an amazing thing on telly, or you know...
Are you coming to a party? We got one, Friday 29th. I don't know, I'm gonna watch something on the TV, there's a good film. What is it? Not been confirmed yet.
It's to be confirmed, but I can just, you know, say I won't be at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange.
But I remember when I was little, my sister used to work in W.H. Smith's, and she used to come home like every Thursday. She'd been paid, big bag of sweets for me, and you know, the TV Times.
The TV Times, of course, because you're working class.
The TV Times.
The radio Times for a classier, middle class gentleman like myself.
But the bumper edition at Christmas, it's like 2 weeks of telly. She'd sit down, like that Thursday night, sit down with my sweets, and we'd tick off all the things we were going to watch over the next 2 years. Didn't happen, did it? Because I was squeaking around, hyperactive, making people play with my toys, stuff, and not watching telly, really.
I bet but if you watched any telly, it'd have been really rubbish stuff. The whole family was I imagine probably Dennis Norden's Laughter File, Volume 12, or whatever it is.
I don't think even Dennis Norton was going there.
Whereas you see, we, in our house, of course, we'd just switch off the TV, and we'd perhaps just listen, you know, to the concerto on Radio 3.
Ooh, yeah, we weren't allowed to turn the telly off, really.
I don't know what a concerto is, I've just said that word. I'm assuming...
I don't know what a concerto is. It's like just a posh word for concert, isn't it?
I think so.
Is it? Yeah. What's a concerto?
It's one of those, maybe it's one of those instruments, the kind of squeeze box.
That's a concertina.
It's a concertina.
Yeah.
My nan used to play a concertina.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if that's interesting to you. I don't know why you choose the concertina of all the instruments to play. I mean, it's not the sexiest, only kind of sailors.
My nan used to have one, but she doubled up as an iron lung.
Nice.
Which was good. And so when she, you know, when she had a bit of an attack, we not only were warned, but we had little tunes.
That's beautiful.
As well, yeah.
Could you play your gran?
You can play your gran, yeah. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Once she had a bit of an accident, she said, sit down, kids, and she came in there, and she had a corrugated neck.
Ah, of course.
Where it had gone horribly wrong. Go on.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
It's happening again, Steve.
What's happening?
It's going all wrong. Yeah. We're talking rubbish.
Are we?
Yeah.
We should have played 2 in a row.
He's having a go, isn't he?
Blimey.
Gorillas, Rock the House.
Yep.
XFM 104.9.
Who are you?
Ricky Gervais. Who are you?
Steve Merchant.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Together again. I can't believe it.
The old team.
They said it'd never happen.
Plus Karl, he presses the buttons.
Let's not draw attention to him. Okay. We were talking about squeeze boxes.
Yes.
And got me to thinking, what's happened to them?
You don't see them.
Do you know what I mean? Instruments should be around forever. You know what I mean? The piano forte, as I call
it's
it,
a classic.
been around forever. They invented it. It's around. You know, the saxophone was only, I think, the 20s or 30s. But you know, I can't imagine it going away.
There's a number of instruments probably dying out.
Lute.
The lute you rarely see now.
You rarely see, except maybe on a Men Without Hats.
What was Men Without Hats?
Or Marillion.
Right,
Men Without Hats. We can dance if we want to. And Pierre Trudeau's daughter was in that video.
Who was that we saw in the sandwich shop yesterday?
Well, he might not want us. He might want to be people to know that he was in a sandwich shop.
It's fine. It just shows that he's human.
Bruce Dickinson. He didn't recognise him. I went, look.
Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden.
I had no idea.
Fella, isn't he?
I'll tell you, he's really tiny. It was almost laughable. Is he married? That'll annoy me. But
you've just alienated yourself from a lot of heavy metal fans now because he's pretty much of a guru.
They never leave their bedrooms, Rick.
But they've got powers. They're putting crystals now on toads, and they're going to turn you into a.
All right.
Well, no.
Let's having a go.
I wasn't having a go. I stopped myself, realising it wasn't much of a threat.
Rick,
right, go on.
What else is dying out? Pipes.
Pipes.
You never see people smoking pipes.
Why
Young
don't
people
you?
now are not smoking pipes.
No.
You see old people, you're right, but kids, you've got to start taking up pipes, otherwise they're going to die out, because people of the older generation, they're going to die soon. I'm not smoking a pipe. I should be.
With pipes, though, was it like the fashion where when you smoked, you started, at a young age and then carried on, or did you just start at 50?
But no, because if you see like sort of shots of kind of sort of professorial types from the 1930s when they're at Oxbridge, they're always smoking pipes in a tweed jacket.
Yeah,
that was when they started, like university.
Yeah, but they still do. Lots of things that should die out in the rest of the world carry on in Oxbridge colleges.
Yeah, but my point is,
boaters.
All right. All I'm saying is that they're not even in Oxbridge now. They're not even smoking pipes.
I bet there is.
There's no one smoking pipes.
I bet there is.
Right, I'd like to know if there's anyone listening who's under the age of 30 that smokes a pipe regularly, and I don't mean like a crack pipe.
And I guarantee they went to Oxford or Cambridge.
Okay,
yeah.
What's the number?
08700 800 1234.
What's the email?
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Pipes are dying out.
Yeah.
Snuff, that's as good as gone.
Yeah.
Snuff.
Yeah, trilbies.
My friend always said if he won like loads of money on the lottery, he'd like to try really hard to try and bring back, as a fashion accessory, the cape. Because the capes are classy.
I quite like the cape.
The cape's brilliant because you can kind of mask your face with it. Yeah. Dracula-like.
You can have it off but still on, and on but still off.
Exactly.
It's not like a coat. You know what I mean? Where you drape it over your shoulders and that can fall down.
Karl, you're not a fan of the cape. You're turning your nose up at the cape. That's a madness.
No pockets.
Good point. You could have some kind of inner sort of smuggler's pocket,
did that
poacher's pocket. If they did that, I'd buy one.
Well, I'll tell you what. That sounds good. That sounds good. It's just gone half past. It's the new feature.
I can't believe it.
That sounds good.
For a minute there, I was completely lost.
Yeah.
Remind me again. What's that sounds good? No, hang on. It's that film sounds good.
Oh yeah, that film sounds good. Right, this isn't my famous film review, which I've got coming up. Right. Look forward to that. It's brilliant.
Yes,
it's quite a delicate subject, but I think I deal with it sensitively.
Brilliant. Okay.
That film sounds good.
Right.
And I've taken
Remind us again what that is. What this feature is.
I'm going to pick a song from a film.
Okay.
That's on from the soundtrack, right? Yes. I'm choosing a song from Jackie Brown.
Okay.
Great film.
Yeah, brilliant film.
And this is Across 110th Street by Bobby Womack. It's fantastic.
Wonderful song.
You'll only like this if you're really cool.
Yeah, if you're really cool, like say us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bobby Womack. Across 110th Street. It's great, isn't it?
That's a lovely feature.
And that's the first feature. Ooh, that film sounds good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant, yeah.
I'm thinking of actually bringing out maybe a compilation of.
I'd love to hear it.
Song for the lovers.
What sort of things can we hear? Can we expect in the future? Because I know you're a big fan. This is brilliant. He bought the soundtrack to the film Braveheart, which is just kind of let me just explain. Which is just kind of big orchestrated numbers, right?
James
and
Horner.
As far as he's concerned, that's classical music. He's got a classical music CD in his collection. It's the music from Braveheart.
I sit there and I think, yeah, mate, I'd probably sort of lead my people's, you know.
He's obsessed with Braveheart. He actually sort of relates to William Wallace. He actually thinks, yeah, that's the sort of thing I'd be doing.
Yeah, it is. No.
What was it you were working out to the other day as well? He's got like a personal, like, gymnast or whatever it is. What's it called? Is it a gym expert? A trainer? You've got a personal...
I box with this bloke.
Yeah, he goes boxing in, like, some underpass somewhere. Right? Every day. Like, every single day, he goes boxing, right? And what was it you were training... What did you tell me you were training to this week?
God.
What music did you have on?
Oh, my God. I have actually... Now, I never did this, but I have actually gone red, haven't I?
Yes.
Right.
It's very hard to embarrass
I was working out and training and boxing. Oh, my God. You're going to have to play a record after this. To the Rocky soundtrack.
To the Rocky soundtrack. He's bought, right, a CD which has got the best music from all of them. Now, was it Eye of the Tiger, or was it...
It starts off with Eye of the Tiger, then it goes, Hearts on Fire. That's me sort of right on fire. Then it goes, dun 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 dun.
Does any of your training with your trainer, does it ever involve you running through snow with a log chained to your back, like in Rocky
and helping,
IV?
I often have to help Russian peasants because their cart horse is like falling over, but I lift it up. Whereas the other fella, he's training in a posh gym having injections. I'm not. I'm just like breaking rocks and punching dead cows.
Where'd you get that from?
It's handy, wasn't it?
Put it on.
No, what is it?
That's the.
He can't hear because put your headphones on.
Why was it?
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah.
That's magnificent.
Yeah.
That's now Ricky Gervais's theme tune.
Yeah.
Every time we start the show, we should just start with that.
Win, Ricky, win. U2, Walk On. I've got to give it to him. I hated U2 for about 15 years.
You said
like
it before,
I know, but I love that one now. I just love that album. They can't put a foot wrong.
Do you ever listen to the whole album? Because I know you tend to buy albums just for the singles, when you could, of course, just buy the singles.
I know where he's going. I bought light funky ones.
Oh, I wanted to say that.
Yeah, I bought light funky ones because I
the light funky ones. Do you remember the light funky ones? That was about like a year ago. What did they do? They did Girl in a Green Dress, Girl on TV.
And Abercrombie.
That one that goes, yeah, Summertime Abercrombie and Fitch. The girls are wearing up. Do you remember that? It's like a light sort of summer.
Listen,
nonsense.
I've got a lot of money. It's nothing to me, okay?
The light funky
I want a bit of light funky ones once. That's 15 quid. It's nothing to me.
You put the two singles on, right? Never listen to the rest of the album.
I never listened to the two singles again either.
The light funky ones.
Oh, it's just my street cred's gone down it. Rocky soundtrack and the light funky ones. You'd make two mistakes.
Right, let's not forget Braveheart, the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, it's a good film.
Rick, we were talking earlier about stuff.
True story about a little Australian freed the Scottish.
The stuff that's dying out that I think you and I single-handedly need to kind of resurrect and salvage. I thought the Trilby was dying out.
Yeah.
I'll surprise you, and yet, watching Top of the Pops last night, Jamiroquai was wearing one, and then lo and behold, Danny Minogue came on, she had one as well. I thought, blimey, there's two people there trying to salvage the Trilby, and good luck to them.
Well, that's on its way then. Let them do that.
The Trilby's fine.
Let's do something else.
But the bowler hat...
Ah, the bowler hat.
You never see the
I've
bowler.
always fancied myself in a bowler hat.
I love a bowler hat. Carl, would you wear a bowler hat? I know you'd wear the cape.
I did wear a Trilby.
You wear a Trilby, really? You must have looked like a...
That's brilliant. What, because you're a Mancunian?
Well, there was a phase, wasn't there, in about 90... When was it?
I think that was just round your way.
It might have been. It was in Manchester.
They still get a job lot of Trilbys. And persuade you kids. Yeah, I tell you what's trendy. No, Sean Ryder wears one of these. Does he? Yeah, go on. Yeah, quid. And then everyone in your street had Trilbys on.
But you've never worn a bowler?
Never.
What about Kangol bowler? You might think about
out again.
I'll tell you what. I would like to wear a bowler hat in a dark, but I'm worried I look like one of those little fellas off the Home Pride advert.
The Home Pride guys, they've been persevering with the bowler for years.
They still look good in it though,
They're still looking good. They're dapper guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, the Jolly Green Giant, he had quite a distinctive look, which is obviously one I've been thinking of exploiting.
What, the little, I know, the little, sort of like a little dress.
Was it Corn Crops that made up his little skirt?
Yeah.
What was the Jolly Green Giant so jolly about? He was very pleased. It can't have just been the sweet corn and the peas.
No, I reckon it was his enormous jolly green knob. I mean, he must have got up every day and gone, look at that. Ho, ho, ho. He must have been so happy.
The only thing that's like, in the case of the Jolly Green Giant, or like when Gulliver was a giant and he was in Lilliput and all the Lilliputians, they helped him out, they were feeding him and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're a giant like that in that situation, how do you sort of have a little sneaky...
Tug?
You know, a little tug, a little J. Arthur Rank.
I don't know, because it's like...
It's very tricky to do that
Because you're as big as their mountains,
exactly.
aren't you? You can't hide. They go, oh, you know, I mean, there's no...
All the little village probably just thought it was a tidal wave or something. Do you know what I mean?
That's pretty grim, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the tidal wave was pretty desperate.
I know.
It's how would he have gone to the mayor and said, I need a Kleenex the size of a tennis court and a gigantic copy of the Daily Star.
No, I never understood with giants how they actually got that big in the first place, because what food was around to make them... Because not only were they, like, big, but they were muscly big. They ate well.
They ate whole cows, probably.
When, Carl, you know...
It's not well documented, Carl,
you know they don't actually exist and never have. Okay.
Right, it's time for a feature, I think.
Oh, Carl, there was a TV show I watched once on the History Channel. This is the History Channel.
Yeah.
It was the history of werewolves. Right? The history of werewolves. And the whole show is predicated on the fact that at the end, we'll tell you if they ever existed or not.
Yeah. Just waiting. And I go, oh, come on, we're going to be late. Hold on, he's going to tell us if they existed or not.
Karl, Werewolves?
Michael Aspel was in it, and Michael Aspel is a top broadcaster and therefore would not associate himself with something that did not exist.
Under the covers time, gents.
Under the covers.
Cover me
Run
up,
for
cover me
cover.
bad, run for cover. Here come the covers. Covers. I like cover songs.
This is a cover version.
Yes. This is from an album which is a bit hit and miss, as these things often are. It's different artists covering the songs of Leonard Cohen. You've got the Pixies on there, R.E.M., Nick Cave, different people. This, bizarrely, is Lloyd Cole, not someone I'm normally a fan of, but doing a version of the fantastic Leonard Cohen song, Chelsea Hotel. Play it, Carl, it's beautiful. Lloyd Cole doing his version of Chelsea Hotel.
Under the covers.
Under the covers. I thought it was a beautiful version.
It's lovely.
You know that apparently
really
I think
nice.
it's that song
sweet.
written by Leonard Cohen originally, and I think it's about his brief romance with Nico, who made a name, of course, with the Velvet Underground, and was a tragic drugs victim. But it's interesting because I'm looking at this as a compilation called I'm Your Fan, which is cover songs of Leonard Cohen's music. And as I say, R.E.M., there's people on the Nick Cave who are still going. There's a couple of names you don't tend to hear of that often now. The House of Love.
Oh, yeah.
Rarely hear them, do you? That Petrol Emotion.
Oh, yeah.
That Petrol Emotion.
Yeah.
Who else we got on here? It says Robert Forster. Now, is he a musician, or is it... Robert Forster, I don't know.
Well, if you know, who Robert Forster is, I thought he was a writer.
The Lilac Time.
The Lilac Time.
They're on there as well.
You can't just say a name of a band and laugh.
You can if it's the Lilac Time.
Wow. We were...
Did I tell you before that my friend and I once listed words we thought should be rude, but aren't, like cassock, we always thought.
Yeah,
and
bollards.
Bollards. And he always pointed out the blow monkeys.
Yeah.
Which I was...
It could be a very rude word, but isn't.
It isn't. Okay,
that could be a new feature, couldn't it? We're featured up, aren't we?
Aren't we? This is brilliant.
We've still got the film review to come. Song for Lovers is coming up in a few minutes.
Song for the ladies.
Yeah, Song for the ladies. What else
if I can squeeze in a hip-hop track, I'd love to do it.
Yeah, that's called our hip-hop track bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's just amazing.
Do you have a classic song, Rick?
What were you thinking of?
Oh, I don't know, maybe something by, Nirvana?
Well, there's their biggest classic, you mean?
Ideally.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's going well, isn't it?
I'm enjoying it.
Well, I'm looking forward to Pop Idol.
Pop Idol? I've not been watching it.
You're joking?
Yeah, I don't know what's happened, really. I've lost interest.
Oh, well, it is like most things, like the preliminary rounds,
Always
that's
much
when all the real freaks and no-hopers, you know. But sometimes I watch those sort of things and I sort of laugh and I think, oh dear, I shouldn't be laughing at him because he's not just rubbish, he's verging on the mentally ill. Do you know what I mean? Some of those people that go along, you want to go, who told you to go along? What were you thinking? Right?
Well, it's the fact that there was no one to stop them going. That's what's even more terrifying.
Yeah, I know. Simon Cowell's good.
He's great value.
He's amazing. And Foxy, I like Foxy now.
I know. I've warmed to.
He's come round, Dr. Fox. He's a lovely little shiny tree trunk.
Now, often I notice he's not always there week in week. Is that because he's off doing medical operations?
He's got his practice still.
He's got the practice. He's got to maintain that.
Yeah. you know, is on.
Isn't it the big ones tonight? I mean, when I say the big ones,
Capital Radio. He's still on Capital Radio.
Yeah.
That he's got to do. So you know,
isn't it some of the big names though? It's Darius Dinesh tonight.
It's Darius and the Fat Boy.
And the Fat Guy,
the big thing that makes you...
Oh, I noticed in the Sun today is saying, vote for me because of my musical talent, not because I'm huge and you feel sorry for me.
Yeah, well, that's good. I think that's right. But he has got a great...
Darius, I noticed, he shaved his beard off.
He's a new man.
He looks slightly laughable, though. He's got quite a weak chin.
He's having a laugh.
Well...
He's dissing Darius for
I'm
his
not
looks.
claiming to be a pop star.
Well...
Oh, can you feel the love in the room?
Yeah, let's have a little song. No, but I'm looking forward to it. My favourite all the way through has been the little fella with the stutter. I'd like Darius to get...
Yeah, I think it's almost certain he's going to win. I don't think there's any excitement.
Or that Welsh girl, who was very good.
Oh,
the one that made Pete Waterman cry.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah.
She was good though, wasn't she?
Yeah, they're great. They're really good. But you know, it'd be nice to see Fatty get some recognition.
I mean, he's just a weird shape though. It turns my stomach, and I'm one to talk.
Steady on.
No, I know.
He's just, you know.
He's just doing his job.
It's, you know, glandular.
Yeah.
It's not as greed. But you know, he's got a good voice, and why not? We've had Demis Roussos in the charts.
Yeah.
Alison Moyet.
There's not been a fatty for a while, has there? Who's been a big star? I mean, Moyet would have been the last one.
Jerry Watts, she sorted herself out after becoming famous. She was pretty big, wasn't she?
Who?
Jerry Halliwell.
Yeah.
She was never a bloater. Have you seen this bloke off Pop Idols?
Yeah.
It's like he's got 3 Jerry Halliwell strapped to his waist and then wearing a big coat over the top.
To smuggle them in.
Yeah, exactly.
To a no Halliwell zone.
I reckon I tell you what he's going to do. I reckon he's going to take it off, and it's just a big fat outfit, and it was like to prove, you know, the prejudice of the world.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Hey?
And how come that little fella with the stutter doesn't stutter when he's singing? Hold on. Hold on.
I noticed that's cleaned up, actually.
I bet she's not even Welsh.
Exactly.
Steve.
And apparently Darius is not a knob.
Dandy Warhols on XFM 104.9. About 2:20. The Ricky Gervais Show.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, he's still here.
The Christmas ads that come on, I notice. They're on now. And I noticed, I was watching telly last night, and do you think that the advertising executive for Cadbury's Roses chocolates just comes in once a year and they go, what you got this year? And he goes, what about some workmen and some old ladies singing thank you very much, thank you very, very much?
Yeah.
Just shot in the street somewhere. Yeah, that'd be fine. It worked last year.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's been going like since I can remember. I've never seen another advert for Cadbury's Roses except that.
Exactly. Well, there's certain things that conjure up Christmas, like you got your turkey and all that, and you got your roses.
Yeah. Woolworths.
Yeah. Yeah. You got all.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Pizza.
Pizza. Woolworths. Drink driving. Oh dear. God, sorry, I forgot what I went in for.
What were we doing? We were doing something. Be careful. There's a lot of money involved here, Steve.
No, you can't say
don't stitch me up.
I was reading the paper this week that Charlotte Church,
yeah,
you know, little kind of singing sensation, she's been slagging off the firemen who've been salvaging people and wreckage and stuff.
Been slagging them off.
Well, apparently, but I saw on the news. I saw on the news that she's apparently, and she claimed that she'd been misinterpreted.
Right.
But the Channel 5 News thought this was a big enough story to say that Charlotte Church had been saying that the September 11th tragedy had been blown out of proportion.
Right. That's different to slagging off the firemen.
No, but that's what they said. They said that she felt that they were being held as kind of heroes and they were just doing their job.
Right. Oh, well, that's a little bit stupid to say anyway, a little bit insensitive and, yeah.
But it's sort of, because it's like, did you read about...
Why do you care? Why does anyone care what she thinks about September 11th anyway? It's the same as those things like, during a presidential election, or when I'm elections, it's these things they picture. Billy Piper says, I've always voted Labour.
I know.
Who's going to go, hold on, make some steps, he's a Conservative, hold on, what's going on? Yeah. I don't know if he is or not.
I don't know, well, I know that...
that was just an example, I don't know what either of them vote, to be honest. Alright, let's not get into it.
Yeah. I think Faye and Claire from Steps are both BNP members. I remember reading that somewhere.
That's not true.
That is
so untrue. He takes that back now.
I cannot be certain.
Right.
I think
that is definitely untrue.
I read it on the net and it's often wrong on the net.
Right. Definitely, he's going to retract that now,
Definitely, yeah, well, I'm saying, it's almost certainly untrue. I read it on the net.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and those things are always untrue.
Okay, alright. He's dissed the net now.
Yeah.
You've dissed the net. I can't believe it. Let's dig ourselves out of this hole now.
Well, Blue, now I definitely can quote this because I read it in The Sun.
Yeah.
Blue were being interviewed by, Blue, the pop band Blue. All Rise. Have you bought that album yet, Rick? I imagine that would be on your Christmas
list. I like it. One for the money and the free ride. Yeah.
Anyway, Blue were being interviewed by The Sun for one of their web chats by the lovable Dominic Mohan.
Yeah.
And for some reason they got around to September 11th, and one of the members of Blue said, again, church-like, I thought he's been blown out of all proportion. What about all the whales and elephants that are dying every day?
And the other band were going, shut up.
Yeah, it was brilliant. They gave a transcript of it going, shut up.
They had to do a retraction. He said, sorry, I didn't know. Oh.
Yeah, that was it. He said, obviously I'm very passionate about whales and elephants, and perhaps a bit misplaced. All the proceeds that I'll receive from our next single I'm going to give to the September 11th Foundation.
Yeah, and then he went, can I give some to the whales? No, you've done it again.
You've done it again.
Don't worry about the whales.
But this is what I mean. Why are people asking the members of Blue...
Yeah.
Or Atomic Kitten, what they think about September the 11th.
I know.
They should just be working in a chippy, those people. They're lucky to be on the telly. The Atomic Kitten girls, really, I mean, do they not look like they should be in a chip shop? Or just hanging around outside an offie, drinking diamond white cider?
They will be soon. Oh. Don't worry. Although Hearsay's new single, I've dissed Hearsay before, but they've come out with a little poppy thing. I think.
Can I surprise you, Rick? I prefer Liberty.
I prefer Liberty as well.
Yeah, a little bit funky, a little bit down with the kids.
Yeah. Anyway, XFM 104.9.
Once again, our opinions on current pop bands. If you'd like to have your...
Hold on, though.
Go on, shoot.
Isn't it about time for, a hip-hop track?
Have we got it? Can you dig it up?
Song for the Lovers would be good.
I'll do that now. Song for the Lovers. Now, this is a beautiful song. It's by Simon & Garfunkel. It's only 1 minute 49 long. It's called April Come She Will. It's the song for the lovers.
Play it, Rick.
April Come She Will, Simon Garfunkel. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful little song.
See, I'd quite like to put out a compilation, like Song for the Lovers, maybe, you know what I mean? But I'm worried, obviously the title's ironic, we're taking the mickey out of those things, but quite serious about all the songs we play.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm worried about people perceive it a bit like Simon Bates' R-Tune album or something.
Steve Wright's Sunday Love Songs.
Yeah. But, lovely.
song.
Yeah.
When you think that you listen to like some dance track, you buy it and it's like 5 minutes long, the same thing, repetitive beats.
Yeah.
And then you hear that, 1.5 minutes, classic.
Do you know what I mean?
Hey, have I made my point, Rick?
I think
I've
so. Yeah. Oh, the youngsters today.
If anyone knows what my point was there, please give us a call.
phone in and he's made it well.
Yeah. Carl, what have you got lined up for us?
Some R.E.M.
I don't know about
Strokes on XFM 104.9. It's the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
The K-Man.
Well, it's time for the. Well, I think people wait for this now. I never knew really since I was doing the show that I actually had a bit of a knack for film reviews.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
I discovered talent. Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably be asked soon by Brian Norman or Jonathan Ross to do something on that sort of thing, or maybe my own film. So I don't know, TV or.
The clock's ticking. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. Okay. This week I've chosen.
Well, wait a minute. Let's play the jingle.
Okay. The film review and that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, here we go. This week I've chosen My Left Foot.
Right.
Okay. Now, My Left Foot is a film about a bloke called Daniel Day-Lewis, who's all mental except for his left foot, right? And he has arguments. I can't remember. He has arguments with his dad, so I wasn't watching it properly. But even though he's mental apart from the foot, he does stuff with the foot that we could do all over, and he uses that to his best. I think he might write a book or something off paint. And the moral of this story is, even if you've only got a foot that works, you can still win prizes because it won the Oscar.
Okay. Am I right in saying that you're bringing a book out of these collected? Maybe for the Christmas market.
I think I might.
Yeah. I see there's obvious
great
market
films
there.
reviewed, sort of, with it's a different outlook on it, isn't it?
A different approach.
I don't just sort of like stray.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's an approach that doesn't really use grammar, which you don't see that often in film reviews. But no, once again, what would you give it out of 10?
I didn't really concentrate. I can't remember a lot about it, but it won an Oscar, so I think it won an Oscar or something. So 9.
Okay, jolly good. Well, that was My Left Foot, which is probably available on sell-through video, maybe in a bargain bin. $5.99, probably on TV this Christmas. That's to be confirmed.
Eels, fresh feeding on XFM 104. I was going well, isn't it?
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
20 minutes to go. I think more of an up show. We've made some great hits and great songs,
some great
haven't we?
music.
We've had some great features. A new feature. That film sounds good.
Looking forward to that.
That'll run and run.
Yep.
Song for the. If there's any record companies out there that want to put out a compilation of my songs for lovers, yeah. That's good. Anyone who wants me to do a film, any film you want.
Yeah. Reviewed.
Yeah, reviewed, yeah. I would finish a sentence.
Yeah, no, ideally. Because it was anyone who wants me to do a film. Well, of course, being a top actor, you'd have probably appeared in a film.
Sure. Okay, yeah. And that.
Jolly good. Yeah,
okay.
Well, you're running out of steam, I can tell.
You're running out.
Yeah.
Go on.
Carl, have you seen it yet? I know you probably haven't, Rick. Cliff Richard's video for his new single.
Yep.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's bad, isn't it?
I saw it on Lorraine Kelly in the morning, Sky One. Great show. And and it's amazing. He's done a version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, but he's combined that with what was it? It's What a Wonderful World.
I wasn't really listening. I was looking at the pictures and I couldn't believe
it's What a Wonderful World and combined with Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
So he's done
two classic songs, two songs that have been done definitively by artists in the past. He's tried to combine them with a kind of Yamaha keyboard sound in the background.
What was his last year's one? It was Lord's Prayer with Over the Old Lang Syne.
He's just obsessed with combining two songs. Like, they're not good enough as they are. People will get bored. We better combine them.
Yeah.
It's like a mega mix, like a Cliff mega mix. Only right, the video is unbelievable. It's him flying through. It's all kind of sort of 2D animation, kind of almost sort of a collage of buildings and high-rise flats and that. Kids see him floating by. They wave, they point to each other. They can't believe there goes Sir Cliff.
They're going, who's that?
Exactly.
He was around in the 50s.
And he's got a little one-dimensional Cliff with a kind of angelic glow flying through the sky. Just bringing happiness to people as he sings.
Oh, he does.
His real face kind of every so often kind of appearing and kind
wonder where his real face is.
And it's one of the worst songs and one of the worst videos I've ever seen. I mean, I know people slag off Cliff and it's an easy target, but he actually deserves it because he's shameful. He's embarrassing.
So, yeah.
He's embarrassing.
I mean,
and he's arrogant.
Well, everything's a disguised boast. I mean, I like Devil Woman. I like Miss Unites. I liked wired for sound, and I like tall speakers and small speakers. You know,
I like tall
I like all sizes of speakers. You know that. You'll vouch me on that. Yeah. And he sang about it, which is good. And, you know, I'm often wired for sound, right? Carrie doesn't live here anymore. Where's she gone? She's just another message on a payphone wall. It's a story. But, lately, I haven't had a lot of time for him.
Awful.
I remember he was on something on, one chat show, and, I think it was Des or Michael, Asper or something. And, I said, so you've had something? He said, yeah. He said, well, everyone, knows that Elvis sold more records, after his death than when he was alive. Little dig there against Elvis. He goes,
Yeah.
well, I've just overtaken his record for sales in the UK. Right, so he sets up that Elvis is only selling because he's dead.
Yeah.
And anyway, I've still beaten him in the UK. And I just think, yeah. And where'd you get the quiff from and the way to sing? Where'd you get that from, Cliff? Where did you think of that?
But it's those people he's just desperate for the credibility that he's never going to have.
I like it when he went round last year going, they're not playing my record, they're not playing my record, they're not playing, oh, go on, play it. Number one.
Yeah.
Fooled you.
It was #1, the Millennium Prayer.
I know, yeah. Well, it was, you know, it was the Millennium, wasn't it?
It was, but I don't know who's buying it. I mean, I know you seem to claim it's some kind of like 60-year-old women, but they're not.
Yeah,
are they really a commercial force now?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Karl seems to know that.
Well, like when you're born, you're a little baby, wrinkly and stuff. When you get older, you sort of morph into a baby again. And you go through the same phases. So when you're young, you buy singles. You get old, you got nothing to do all day. You got all your pension money. What will I buy? Cliff Richard's on the telly. Here's my video, buy me song.
You see, that started off as quite a sensible point, because I actually think I'd do it. But what was all that alien stuff about when you're born, you go wrinkly and you go wrinkly again? So sometimes you mix, like, normal things that human beings say with I don't know what.
Well, look, when you're a baby, you've got a little bald head, no teeth. You get old. What happens?
Are you a philosopher? Are you an official philosopher? Because, I mean, it sounds like it. Oh, Karl, play a record. You're a gem. You're a diamond.
XFM 104.9. Good to hear the Happy Mondays again. We're nearly through.
We are indeed.
We've had a little bit of chat. We've had a few laughs. We've had a few tears.
We have indeed.
We've introduced a new feature.
Looking forward to that next week.
Yeah, so soon it's just going to be wall-to-wall features, isn't it? It's going to be,
Well, I had an idea for a feature which you didn't seem to like, which was something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue.
You want to explain it? And
Yeah, something old, an old song, something new, a new song, something borrowed, a cover version,
Yeah.
and something blue, just a melancholy and beautiful song.
Right, okay, but does it have to be all four, or can it be anyone?
No, it's all four. You can play that over the course of the show. Or maybe just have a 4 songs in a row, and that's that section.
So like a feature would be like, this is either an old song or like a new song.
Yeah.
That's good. I think we've done that a few times.
No, it's not.
We've covered that.
Well, what's the difference? I'm playing a song from a film. Just because you give it a title, it's just a song from a film. You could play that anyway, couldn't you?
Brilliant.
It's all nonsense.
You see, cheers, Karl.
What was that,
Brilliant, yeah. My ideas are good, aren't they? Because they're not only sort of accessible, but there's a little bit of depth there.
I think it's fair enough to let him have his little feature at the end of the show, though. Just, you know what I mean? Keep him happy, this song for the lovers.
Excellent. Well, but that's not till after Song 2 by Blur.
I remember the days when Karl didn't even want to be on the air. I remember the days when he was told by the establishment that he wasn't allowed to talk on the air. And now it's like as far as he's concerned, he's a third member of the team.
He's protected by me.
Right?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Song 2 by Blur. We're running out of time. It's 5-2. Just got time for Steve's song for the ladies.
Wedding present, Rick, from the album Saturnali, I think it's pronounced like that, and it's track 3, Dream World, a song
Looking forward
for
to
the
it.
ladies.
Goodbye.
On air, 104.9. Online, xfm.co.uk.
This is XFM.
Testing.
This is almost the environment more than
It is
the
really,
Earth,
isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Have we already publicised it as the Earth?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, but that's fine. The Earth.
Why is it called the Earth?
Well, no, we talked about what? I said, what do you mean? Why is it called the Earth?
You mean, why is the Earth called the Earth?
It's
Why is
just
Mars
something
called
I never
Mars?
say. I never say Earth. I always say world.
Well, it depends. It's not called the world, is it? Because a world it's relative. Mars is a world. It's the world because it's our world. But there are many worlds, aren't there? You could say the world of something. You couldn't say the Earth of something. The Earth is the name of the planet.
But when do we need that?
What?
When do we need to say the Earth?
When we're referring to the Earth.
When does that ever happen?
Well, for instance,
What do you
right
mean?
now, when we're talking about the Earth, being that this is the name of
If
this...
I was in a-
to distinguish it from other planets.
If I was in... I know, but when's that ever going to be a problem for me?
What? Well, it's not all about you.
If I was in a rocket,
Yeah. Right, here we go.
I'm sat at the front. I look in,
He's got a good seat, yeah.
The pilot goes, Carl, come up here, mate.
and I look in the mirror, and I see
Mirror. Mirror in the rocket. Mirror, check, reverse, indicate. Brilliant.
and I see the world. I'd say, look, oh, doesn't the world look magnificent?
You go, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'd say it. I wouldn't say Earth. I wouldn't dream of using the word Earth.
But then you're in a you could say, well, this is our world now for the next year. This is our world. This spaceship.
Say no, not really.
It
I'll always
is,
be
mate.
looking back over there. I'm looking at there's our world. There's England. There.
Not anymore, mate. We're moving to Mars. We're going to start a whole new world. Oh, which world are you talking about, Carl? Let's call it the Earth and Mars, like we always have, you dopey cunt. That's the name of this planet
But
we're on.
that's what I'm saying, though. It's not our problem. We're never going to leave it. So it's our world. So leave it as world. It's a bit of information. You don't write so-and-so road, London, England, Earth. You don't need it.
What other words are you annoyed by? Other words are out there you're thinking, oh, why is that there? Because we do not need it.
It's one of them where I come across something. They're not always in my head. It's just... I'm trying to think of something that I've seen recently that's a word.
I'll say some words, Carl. You tell me whether you like them or not. Okay? Yeah? Route.
What sort of route are we talking about?
Good question. What about a pre-planned journey?
No,
in-
I don't need it. You just go, which way are you going? I thought you meant beetroot.
A
That's
root
all right.
vegetable.
What, you like? You don't mind beetroot?
Depends what I'm having.
He doesn't mean the food, he means you don't mind the word existing. This is because you have such a limited vocabulary that it annoys you and intimidates you that people are using words, correct words, the correct English language.
Are you happy with chair? Should we keep chair?
It works. It's fine.
Are you happy with the chair you sit on, or the chair who's in charge of like a forum or a meeting? What would we call a bloke who's in charge of a meeting?
Chief.
Chief. Okay. What about bloke who's in charge of a
some
group
Native
of
Americans.
Native Americans.
I don't know any. Again, not going to affect my life.
No, but what would you call him? Is a bloke who's in charge of all the Indian, all the
Seriously, not a problem
Yes,
to
but
me.
it's a problem for someone, so
Yeah,
you've got to have a word
who's
for
Head
it.
chief.
Head chief.
Oh, so he's that means he's the bloke in charge of people who are in charge of meetings.
That's
No,
confused.
you've got-
I'm confused. I don't know
Yeah,
who
I'm
you're talking
confused
about, mate.
actually. I'm confused here.
I mean, some words I know you're not happy with. Are there certain numbers you're not keen on? What about number 7? Would you get rid of that?
I've heard about that tribe where it is just like they have 3. They say that's all they need in their life. 1, 2, 3.
Really?
Yeah, give us 3 of them. And then actually gives another 2 with them 3. It's all like just easy.
I love the fact that they're still saying they're talking like that.
Still down the market.
Yeah. We should have a word for this 3 and this 2. Nah, fuck it. I very rarely want 3 then 2. Keep it at 3 then 2. How many do you need now? Just 1 and another one. Or say 2. Oh yeah, I could say 2. Yeah. Do you want one more? If I wanted 3, I'd say 3. Do you want one more? Yeah, go on, give us 3 and 1. As the writer and pioneering ecologist Rachel Carson once wrote, "Those who dwell among the beauties and mysteries of the earth are never alone or weary of life. Earth, third rock from the sun, and the only known planet in the universe to accommodate life, was formed about 5 billion years ago. Extensively covered by saltwater oceans, it supports a myriad of organisms, the most evolved of which is man. Yet how we humans interact with our world could be sowing the seeds of our own destruction. With environmental concerns still high on the political agenda, what is the future of life on Earth? How are we coping with the threat of global warming, and is our newfound ecological concern too little too late?" To discuss the past, present and future of the Earth, I'm joined by Stephen Merchant, award-winning writer and graduate of the University of Warwick.
Hello.
And Karl Pilkington. Oh, look at his round-headed cunt!
All right.
I've been hit by global warming recently, Rick, a couple of times actually.
Go on.
I don't want to be one of those people that's like, oh, you know, because of the snow and the rain, and that's obviously to do with global warming, but it probably is. I was flying out to the States, you know, just hopping over stateside.
Yeah.
And on the old plane, it was one of those bleak, kind of snowy days recently. And they got us all on the plane. We sat on the runway for 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours while they de-iced the plane. Now, it's good that they de-iced it. But I don't want to be told that the plane needs de-icing. I didn't know planes could get iced in a way that they needed to be de-iced. Sometimes, Rick, if it's a chilly morning, right, got the old car, what I'll do is I'll pop the engine on, okay, let it warm up, pop inside, have another cup of tea, come back out, it's lovely and warm and toasty in there. That's what I'd like to have seen them do with the old plane.
The pilot goes, don't you get on yet, let me run around the block. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But also, when it's up at 30,000 feet, it's like minus 50, 60 degrees.
This must get iced up anyway.
So
there's not some guy on the wing scraping with one of those little plastic things. You don't see him if you've got a window seat.
We got to put in here. We got to put in here for a while. It's iced up.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. But also, I didn't see anyone de-icing, so I don't know how they do it. It's not presumably with, like I sometimes use a CD case if I haven't got one of those scrapers.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I don't know if there was people with, probably with a vinyl record scraping away, but, 4.5 hours to de-ice it. Bunch of people on there whinging and phoning and calling and making me annoyed anyway. Get to Los Angeles, City of Angels. Famously, glorious weather all year round. That's why people move there. Pissed down with rain the entire time I was there.
I know, you hit the storm. I think I moved out of LA and went to New York the day before it turned horrible, didn't I?
The problem was, I hired a car, right? And I was going to get a relatively cheap car. They persuaded me to upgrade to a Mercedes convertible. I thought, I'll look good driving around LA, and that. Couldn't use the top down, obviously. Every day I'd get in this car, every day it would be pouring with rain. I could hear it splattering on the fabric roof, thinking I just paid the odds for this. And, every time there'd be a break in this cloud, I would instantly stop and lower this thing and drive around sub-zero temperatures just to have the top down.
I would like to have
even though it's
seen
still cloudy and grim.
Like, at 85 degrees, just whizzing down the freeway at 90 miles an hour, but your glasses would fly off.
They would. This is the problem. That's what I've never really thought. Plus, I lost my sunglasses, so I have to wear a hat in order to keep the sun out of my eyes. And all I had, I thought I need to take it out with me. All I had was a kind of what I like to think is a rather fashionable Justin Timberlake style trilby.
Oh, it's not that hat that makes you look like one of Bill and Ben.
See, I think it makes me look like a like Tom Waits or a sort of 1960s news reporter.
Oh right.
But
I thought Bill and Ben. I thought Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Man.
Problem with it is when I bought it, again I was suckered into it. A bloke sold it to me. Told me he was a street vendor and he told me I looked amazing in it. I'll be honest. I honestly gave him the cash straight away.
Did you have a game of Find the Lady with him as well?
I'm beginning to wonder if that was part of his sales pattern, and he wasn't just a lovely fellow who's trying to help me out. But yeah, it's not quite big enough, so instead of sort of pulling in tight down by the ears, it sort of sits pork pie-esque on top of my head.
Right.
And it is in danger of flying off. It did fly off into the back seat when I was driving. Luckily, I could stop and pop it back on again. But yeah,
that's great.
It didn't fly off, and you don't want that as you're cruising past a couple of sort of Playboy bunny types in an open-top Cadillac, and you're just grinning to them and your hat flies off.
Or it hits a big Al's Angel on a chopper behind you
course,
in the face. He's good. He scratches his bike. You stop and you go, "It's my hat."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Is it?"
Exactly. What annoyed me was I was with my mates and we were driving around and we had a bunch of friends and they said, "Oh, can you pick up a couple of friends of ours?" And we picked them up, a couple of girls. I thought, "Oh, ding dong, here we are, good-looking girls." They got in the car. Instantly, we were going, "There's not much leg room." I was thinking, for God's sake, it's a bloody Mercedes! I couldn't even impress them with it. It's costing me a fortune. I thought they'd go, "This is a lovely bit of motor," but no, whinging straight away, never met before. First thing they said.
Let's accept, right, that at some point, about 13, 14 billion years ago, there was nothing. There was no space for the nothing to be in. There was no darkness, no light, nothing. Okay, literally nothing. Except what is nearly a point in space that contained everything in the known universe, okay? Suddenly, that exploded. And in a matter of minutes, the universe was pretty much as it is now. And in all the debris, in all the dust, things started to cling together. One of which was the Earth.
Can I have Karl pick up the story from there?
Yeah! So, there we are. We've got the Earth. We've got this big...
What happened next?
Planet.
Probably nothing for quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just sort of floated about.
Yeah.
But it wasn't causing a problem because it wasn't annoying anyone.
No.
You see, we don't get a chance of that these days.
No.
You pop something down, someone says, "Move that." Dangerous, what is it?
Yeah.
Back then, nothing. So it's hanging around, and if you leave something somewhere,
something will sit on it.
Right.
Okay, if you leave something somewhere, something will sit on it. Yeah.
We'll say like a bin bag. I can put a bin bag outside. Bin men don't come until Friday.
Sure.
But I don't want it in the house.
Sure.
It's got chicken in it.
Yep.
I pop it outside, right? It's sat there for a few days now. Just time, like, you know, a day before the bin men are coming,
Yeah.
I pick that up and take it round the front.
Right.
It's got a slug living under it,
Right.
like one of those little wood lice things.
Yeah.
Might be there.
Yeah.
Snail.
Yep.
What's your point?
My
We've got
point-
a young Earth. It's 4.5 billion years ago. It's whizzing round the sun.
Something's going to sit on it.
Yeah, something had to sort of happen, didn't it? I tell you what it's like.
Go on.
In the same way, penicillin
Go on.
happened.
Go on.
It was the bread was sat there. It goes off. Air would have created the greenness.
Oh God! This sounds like the Bible. That is like the Bible. Air created the greenness. That's amazing.
Carry on, because I want to. I'm learning here. I'm learning.
And once you've got something, that leads to otherness.
Oh, this is like a monk that sat down. Oh,
We're all
that's
sat cross-legged
amazing.
listening to the wise old man.
I know. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna write a thing of how everything was created.
But hang on, carry on, because
Really?
I'm interested.
Yeah.
So where are we?
So-
We had greenness, and now we've got
So
something.
the air created the greenness, and then what is it?
Then we have what was
Just
it?
otherness from the
Otherness.
greenness. Because once you've got
From greenness comes otherness.
once you've got one thing, others come.
Yes.
The air created the greenness, then you got otherness. If you create something, others will come.
Build it and they will
But
come.
it's sort of right.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I agree. No, so, but take me on. Continue this story, because this is fascinating. So, where are we now then? What if I was to stand on the Earth at this moment in time? What would I see?
Not that much. You wouldn't want to stay.
But there's greenness.
Little patches
Little
of greenness.
patches of greenness. Okay.
Little bit of rubble knocking around.
A bit of rubble. There was a bit of rubble. Okay.
We've still got a long way to go. We want to get to life, don't we?
Okay, let's skip forward then, Karl, to life.
So everything was right, okay? It was the right distance from the sun, okay?
Yeah, but even if it wasn't, we would still been created.
No, we wouldn't.
We would.
have.
Something
No, we
would have
wouldn't
done.
No, we wouldn't have.
I want to hear Karl's opinion on this, Rick. I'm not interested in facts. I want to hear Karl's
So
opinion.
are you saying, if the atmosphere, right, around the Earth wasn't about 99% nitrogen and oxygen with 1% other gases, we'd have still had something else?
Something would have been around.
What would
I'm
it
not
have
saying
been?
it might be better than us. It might be worse than us.
What would it look like?
Well, it's hard to say, because they say, don't they, that it's the conditions that mould you into the shape and colour.
Sure.
And you know, everything else that makes you the person that you are.
Okay, let's take Pluto. We know that's the farthest away. So it is dark and cold there.
Right.
How do you imagine the creatures that will develop there will
Big
look
eyes
like?
and airy.
But how did they evolve? How did they evolve, though?
Because we
they
evolved.
can't just-
Hang on. You always say animals change to suit the conditions.
I'd have thought if planet's dark, you don't need eyes, because things that live underground or at the bottom of the ocean, they don't have eyes or colour, because there's no point.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about, are we saying we're living inside Pluto or on the top of it like we do here?
Why would we live inside Pluto? There's
Well,
no,
I wouldn't.
it couldn't support life, full stop. But this is one of the most ridiculous conversations we've ever had.
He's seriously
Because
considering whether we
everything
live
is based
inside or
on
outside.
a ridiculously false premise.
No,
Karl,
we're
listen.
saying now
Right.
that the world's overcrowded.
Right,
There's too many people on it.
right.
We're running out of houses. People are living in basements. Now that's only one step away from being molish. We're already going underground because we're running out of space.
Being Polish.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
that's
Come
like-
on, keep. Hang on, let him. I want to hear his point.
Is that
Here.
like being Amish?
So
Go
what
see
you're
the
saying?
Polish people. They don't acknowledge the crust of the earth.
So you're saying within 5 years there's going to be sort of mole-like people living in basement flats with no eyes.
But hold on though, according to you, the lower they go, the colder and darker they go, the hairier and better eyes they'll have.
Well, it depends. No, I was only saying they'd have better eyes if they were on a dark planet where they're outside, so they still have to look out for things that they could trip over. If we're going underground,
That's their sole concern. That's the whole evolution. Is about what we don't want to trip over. I don't want to graze my knees.
You've got knees. They got them on Earth. Coincidence, isn't it? Hub.
what I'm saying is, right, and I've always said this,
Go on.
we are not the same as the first man that nature made.
No, we're not. No.
And that's where we went wrong. And if we didn't interfere, we might have been more suited to the conditions now. Auntie Nora,
Right.
I'm cold. She doesn't want double glazing.
Why not?
Just because she's worried that when people come round and sort of knock on the door, she won't hear them, because it's all sort of double glazed.
But they're knocking on the door.
No, but she said that, she didn't like a bell, it makes her jump too much.
Well,
That's
how do they get in now?
Well, it's a thin door and thin glass, you hear it. It's not like soundproof like double glazing is.
What? So they have to knock.
They
on
knock
the...
like that on the door, and she can hear that because
But
it's
why
like
are
a
they going
wooden
to double
door.
glaze the door? Is it a glass door?
No, they want to put that PVC door in with
Hang
the
on,
thicker
so
glass.
she's scared by... You don't want a doorbell because that alarms her, but the knocking is fine.
The knocking's fine because you get to know knocks.
Why don't they have a bell that when you press it, it makes that noise?
Because they haven't done that yet.
well,
Maybe that's an idea.
you could do a sample of a like that. So when they press the doorbell, she hears. That's easy. That's done. You could sort that out for her.
Well, I don't want to start getting dragged into it because...
But why don't you tell her, say, Auntie Nora, have double glazing, be warm, be safe. Hear the knock of the bell on the doubly door.
This is it, though, isn't it? She wouldn't be around now if it wasn't for people interfering, coming up with tablets, making weak people live longer.
Right. Are you annoyed at that? You're
I
annoyed.
know, he's such a fascist, isn't he? Auntie Nora, a weak person who has been allowed
Yeah.
to live.
No, but
Eugenics is where you'd be happier.
Do you recycle and not leave the tap running and turn off lights because you're worried about a child born in 100 years' time?
No.
No.
Because I don't think... at the end of the day, we have to face facts here.
Go on.
The world is old.
Hold on. Right, okay.
The world's old.
Really old.
And it's the same as if you've got a gran who's 70.
Yeah.
There's not much you can do for her. You can say you're warm, but at the end of the day, she's still going to be shitting her pants. She's still going to be, forgetting things and all the rest of it. And you might be taking care of her, but at the end of the day, the good days are gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in a way, like the world, it's got to a point that it's old, and we can say turn the tap off, turn the lights off, close the windows, stop letting heat out.
The earth, metaphorically, is shitting its pants.
You've only got to look at what's happening, right? It's freezing, isn't it, at the moment out there?
Yeah.
Ice everywhere, snow everywhere. Now, an old person, what happens to them? They're always cold. It's like the earth, isn't it?
Brilliant.
The earth now is freezing.
Yep.
It feels the cold
It's
more than
winter
ever.
as well. It's also because it's winter, but yeah.
And I think if you try and make it better now, you end up doing more damage.
Does that make any
Doesn't
sense at all?
make any sense.
Doesn't make
Doesn't make
sense
any sense.
at all.
Well, just you can sometimes it's too late to make something better. Like I've had old relations who smoke like 50 a day. Doctor said you've got to stop smoking. They stop smoking. 2 weeks later they're dead. Shouldn't have stopped them smoking.
Yeah,
Their
smoking was
insides.
keeping them alive,
Good
is
advice.
it?
Well,
Good
their insides are used to all that pollution.
Yeah.
Take the pollution away. What will the world do?
Oh, good. That is a good
It's
point.
interesting. This is scientifically grounded, is it? You've done a lot of the research, read a lot of the information about this. Or is it just a wild harebrained speculation again, backed up with nothing? Is it bullshit? Which of those two is it?
I just, like I said to you, I just think it's a theory. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You're not telling me it's a coincidence that about 3 of my old relations have died because the doctor said stop smoking.
Well, it might be because they're very old, and
Well, yeah, they were old, but it's weird how why stop them smoking? They're old.
sure.
Let them have a fag. Jesus, they've got nothing else in their life. You've took that away, they die. Let them have a fag. And it's the same with this world. It's polluted now. There's rubbish everywhere, isn't there?
You just mean in the streets and stuff.
Just, yeah, different levels of... I've noticed how rubbish changes depending where you live. Just like when I lived in the centre of town, it was rank. There was like human sort of poo.
Oh, what?
Yeah, honestly,
Where?
down alleys and that.
What, tramps, you mean?
It must be. I don't know. I didn't sort of hang around
drug
to see who's
addicts,
doing
or-
it. It's just, but very human. It wasn't dog-like.
How do you know it's human?
Just the way it looked.
What do you mean?
Well, you'd walk past it and you go, look at that there, Susan.
Yeah.
So look at that.
Oh,
That looks
look at-
human.
Oh, yeah. And what does Suzanne say? Yeah, can we walk somewhere else from now on? This isn't...
Yeah, why are you walking up and down this same alley with all
I
the
wanted
shit?
to
because
show,
it's
I
a
wanted to
cut-
show you the human poo.
It's a cut
Were you having
through.
a shit yourself?
It's the cut through that we used to always use, and most of the time it was just like smell of wee, really strong wee,
Yeah.
and you'd see if you could hold your breath for the full thing. But
A little bit of fun, a little bit of romantic fun after a night evening in a restaurant.
I remember when he took her for a walk around the car park.
but now I've moved to like, a posher bit of London. You still get litter, but it's I saw like a rice cake. That's what I chucked on the floor.
Yeah,
That's like,
it's just hummus tubs and
yeah. But it's still rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's still rubbish.
Who left this crouton maker lying around?
So, don't you see what I'm saying though? The way the world, we've changed more than the world has. We can't handle anything now, can we? Look at it, like I say, a bit of snow, a bit of cold, everything comes to a standstill.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't go out, it's dangerous, you'll slip over, people having time off work.
Yeah. What would you do, right? If you run a business, right? Your business could go under, right? It snows a bit. You got 10 employees. You're paying them well, and they go, "I can't come in today, Karl. Bit icy." I'll do it. Okay. Right. They're snowed in, right? You're running the business. What are you running?
It's a, let's not,
Don't-
I'm not
don't
going to
you-
big myself up, it's just it's a
don't you run it-
factory.
but
It's
doesn't it make
U-bends.
bells that knock? Doesn't it?
U-bends.
Yeah.
U-bends for...
Toilet. So
yeah.
you run a... Okay, right. Okay.
plumbing
So,
type.
plumbing. You pay them all right, don't you?
I'd say most of them are on above average,
So you're there. What time do you get in?
about 8:45.
9:15, waiting for them to come in at 9, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, right. It's snowing. It's a bit snowy. You got there. It took you a bit while. You'd set off early, did you? Or?
Gave myself a bit more time because I had to put the heating on in the car.
Okay. Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Hello, KP Plumbing.
Oh, is that Miss Pilkington?
Yeah, it is, yeah, who's that?
Oh, it's Sheila. Listen.
Sheila, shouldn't you be here by now?
Yeah, no. I was going to set off.
We'll set off now, stop wasting time, we've got a big order on.
No, I know.
We're all
but
on a bonus here if we get this done. I'll see you in 10 minutes, shall I?
I can't make it.
What?
I can't make it.
Why not?
The car won't start and it's slippy on the drive. I just can't get out.
Get the transport. I'll give you 20 minutes, alright? Don't worry about it. Thanks for calling.
I can't,
I'll see you in a bit.
I'm also scared of the ice. I'm scared of the ice. I'm not gonna come in today. It's dangerous.
So what are you going to do?
Well, I'm gonna wait until the ice and snow goes away and then I'm
But,
gonna come in.
they're predicting it's going to be about 2 weeks before they
Yeah,
clear all this.
I can't really travel in this. It's a bit dangerous.
Well, I'll tell you what. You stay at home. I'll replace you because I need someone to come in. We've
What,
got
are
a
you
big
firing
order.
me because I can't get into work with this?
Well, I got
think-
into work, Sheila.
Yeah, I know, but you don't live with me, do you? If you did live with me, then
No, but
you'd
it
probably
was
see
bad.
how...
It was bad where I was as well.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
here.
but do you know how bad it is here? When you come round and have a look how bad it is here,
no,
you drive
I'm
my...
not coming
Tell you
round
what,
here.
you come round and drive my fucking car because I'm snowed in, you fucking calling me a cunt. And I'll tell you, if you fire me, I'll take you to a tribunal, you bald-headed wanker.
Right, you're fired anyway for that.
You're in fucking trouble then.
Right then, see ya. Right, and then
Right.
she's done with. She's weak anyway.
Ring, ring.
KP Plumbing.
Hiya, is that, Miss Pilkington?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Hi, it's Bob here.
Bob.
Yeah, bit of trouble. In my area, it's absolutely snowing. It's impossible. No one's getting out. I live near Sheila.
Bob,
by the way.
listen. Yeah, well, Sheila's just been on. She's saying she can't get in either.
She can't. I've just seen her out there trying to dig her car out, and she's hurt her back. She's really tried hard to get to work, but she can't do it because she's not very rich and her car doesn't work. She hasn't got the right tyres, and there's no public transport. They've cancelled those. Wrong snow on this country. I'm not going to make it in today, son. So I'll see you tomorrow, right, boy?
Well, no, you're saying you'll see me tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you'll probably call up tomorrow with the same thing.
Well, only if
Now-
it's snowing
now
still. It
listen,
might not have-
well, I can't run a business like this, Bob.
Yeah, it's not my fault, is it really?
So go round to Sheila's and like slag me off if you want. But I tell you
I'm not
what,
slagging
you're
you
not
off,
coming
just-
back here. Fuck off. One chance. Give them one chance.
Well, you didn't even give him one chance.
No, because they've done it before.
Oh, fucking hell.
Just annoys me.
Do you recycle?
I give a lot of stuff to Oxfam.
Well, yeah, that's the sort of recycling, yeah. Hand-me-downs and passing on things. Well, it's probably a better form of recycling, isn't it? You're not destroying anything and remaking it, you're just letting someone else wear a jumper that you don't wear anymore. So
Yeah.
that's, yeah.
Don't really do all the... I don't separate stuff. I don't sort of put there's the cans, there's the paper.
You don't do that?
You just throw it away, do you? Because
Oh,
that's not
bad.
recycling,
That
and they
annoys
can't
me.
do anything with that.
That annoys me when you're just putting it in landfill, mate. Come on.
Yeah.
But I haven't got
That
all the
annoys
bins.
me,
There
that.
isn't enough room for all the bins.
Yeah, we have to do...
You've got a recycle box you stick outside.
Yeah.
What are you on about?
Recycle box, yeah.
I haven't got one.
Well, no, you got to ask for one.
I tried to get rid of a sofa, right? I was getting a new sofa, had the old one. You try and get rid of one of them, it's murder, right? I called up the council, said I want to get rid of it. They said we're not coming round there till Friday. It was like a Monday. I said it's in the way, so I'll put it outside. They said you put it outside, you'll get a fine. I said yeah, but you don't know where I'm going to put it outside.
Yeah.
It's not outside my house.
No.
So they said, well, if you do that, we've got your number.
What's the
now.
sofa like? It's a beige one. Well, if we see that... Right.
So they said, if you want to pay to have it collected, we can come and get it tomorrow, 30 quid. I said, I'm not paying for it. It's madness.
Yeah.
So, hung up, annoyed, called my dad up. He said, oh, I saw this thing on the telly saying that you can donate your furniture to people who haven't got a sofa. Look it up on the internet. So I looked it up. There's a firm that does it.
Right.
Right, cheeky sods. Called them up, said, I've got this sofa here, I want to donate it to someone who hasn't got a sofa. They said, oh, what's it like? Is it in good condition? Yeah, it's alright, yeah. Well, why are you getting rid of it? I said, because we've moved into a bit of a bigger place and the sofa looks daft in the corner. It's too small, so I'm getting a bigger one. There's nothing wrong with it. How big is it? How many people does it sit? So it depends how big you are. You can sit 2 people on it, but it's not the comfiest. But it's in good condition. It's none of your nonsense like stuff. It was expensive when I bought it. He said, right. He said, is it safe? So I said, what do you mean? He said, is it fag proof? So I said, I don't smoke. He said, well, go and get the, lift the thing up. He's got me running around looking at my sofa when I'm giving it away. I had to lift it up, it had a picture of a fag on it. I said, yeah, it's got a picture of a fag on it.
Could I just point out for our American listeners, fag is a slang for cigarette. When he says, is it fag proof, he's not going to open the cushion and someone's go, it's me! So I should explain that straight away.
So anyway, it turned out it was fag proof. They came and picked it up, took it away. That was that. But look at the hassle. Look at the hassle it takes to get rid of something. And then they say to you, do not be dumping stuff on the street. You know, it's that thing of having to wait for certain days of the week, and you can't always keep hold of something till a certain day of the week because it's big. A mattress it's one of them things you can't get sort of rid of, or you can't stick it somewhere because it's in the way. It's a big clumpy bit of furniture, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not a bit of furniture really, a mattress, but I know what you mean.
Well,
it's a new sideboard. Yeah, don't lean on it. It's a bit spongy. What do you keep in it? We can't keep anything in it. It's just full of springs and stuff.
No, but you know what I mean.
It's a furniture, to be honest.
Well, it's part
it should be
of-
on a bed, to be honest.
It's part of a furniture bit, isn't it? Did I tell you that time when?
I don't think you could even ever count a mattress as a piece of furniture.
Of course you can.
It's functional. And where do you stop? Is a pillow a piece of furniture? Is a blanket? Oh, a nice bit of furniture you're wearing. They're my trousers. They're furniture if you pop them up against a wall.
Did I tell you that time when we first bought a flat?
Go on.
Bought a flat in Manchester, right? And
Yeah.
you know, when you first buy a place, it's expensive, isn't it?
And it's a big bit of furniture, a flat, isn't it?
So, you know, we bought a sofa, we got a table.
Sorry, you don't mean you bought a sofa, you ended up with a table?
No.
No, you bought a sofa and a table.
Yeah.
I see, yeah.
Now, I didn't know.
Suzanne sent you to buy a sofa, you came back with a table.
Now, back then, I wasn't as wise as I am now.
Fucking hell! Oh, what was he? Some snot in a jar.
Can I just apologise to any slot in a jar that's listening and was offended by that comment?
All right. So I ordered a bed. I ordered a bed.
Yeah.
It turned up.
Oh, well done. Fucking hell, that's a victory.
I thought.
Nothing went down shit creek this
That's not
time.
the end of the story, is it?
No.
So I thought I'm gonna get this in the bedroom, set it all up. Suzanne comes home from work, the bed's done, she'll be well happy.
Yeah.
So I get it all up there in the lift and what have you. I think it seems like I'm missing something here. Put it together, no mattress.
Why would you not notice there was no mattress?
No, just because it's like, you know, I'm thinking, yeah, I've got all the screws, I've got the slats for that at the bottom, there's the post and that. So put it together.
Where's
going,
the
right.
softy, spongy bit of furniture that usually sits on top of the more rigid bit of furniture?
So I called them up. I said, "There's no mattress with it." They said, "No, it's not part of it." So what do you mean it's not part of it? A bed isn't a bed without a mattress. It's a climbing frame, right? So they said, you know, you can buy one. We have got them in for that thing. But it was like 400 odd quid. And I
don't know why you're telling me this. I
300.
know this. I've walked beds. I understand this is how it
No, the
works.
mattress isn't a bed. No, the bed is something else.
Yeah, but that's wrong. You cannot use a bed without a mattress, is what I'm saying. So don't sell it without it.
No, but some people replace the bed frame
That's
and
fine.
keep the
That's
old mattress
fine.
or the other
That's
way
fine.
around.
Once you've invested in it and you go, oh, will I buy a new bed or will I just buy a new mattress? Fine.
Well, they're not going to keep selling beds with new mattresses in case you've already got a mattress.
What?
A bed and a mattress without any pillows and blankets is no good, but you don't expect that to come with
But at
it.
least you can sleep on that. You can sleep on a spongy bit. You can chuck a coat over you. You can use a
They're
cushion
not
off a
thinking
sofa.
some fuckwit might buy it without the mattress. We better include it.
So anyway, so I was like, oh, I didn't think of this.
I didn't think of this.
So I called my dad up.
I didn't think. So I called me dad up. Dad, it's your fuckwit son again. All right, son, how's it going? What have you done? Bought a bed without a mattress? Oh.
So I said, listen, I bought that bed. There's no mattress on it. You know, can you get us one? So he said, oh, I'll have a word. I'll call around, right? So he calls back like an hour and a half later. He said, got your mattress. Go round to Alf's. Alf is me sort of uncle who isn't an uncle.
All right.
He's the one who I've told you about who had two tellies. We've talked about it on the podcast. He had two tellies. One that worked picture-wise, one that worked on the sound.
Perfect.
Slept in a rubber dinghy, right? Now the thing is,
I remember Alf, yeah.
he said, yeah, I've got a mattress, come and get it. So I go round there.
Why does he sleep on the fucking mattress if he's got one?
said it's
Why does he
not-
sleep in a fucking boat if he's got a mattress?
He's
Don't-
terrified of flooding.
Yeah.
So anyway, I get there and it's in his van.
Right.
Drag the
Sorry,
mattress
he's driving
off.
around with a mattress in the back of a van. What is he, a
Out-
fucking
out-
serial killer?
Fucking hell.
So I thought Suzanne's going to be happy. Dragged it out of the van, chucked it in the car. Thought she won't even know. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So, so I dragged that back. And think, oh, am I going to make it rush hour by this point? Thinking, oh, she's going to get home. Anyway, get home, drag it into the lift and what have you. Drag it up, drag it into the bedroom, stick
Dead
it on,
prostitute falls off it.
put a sheet on it and that. Suzanne comes in. She goes, "What is that smell?" So I said, "What?" She said, "It's like oil and diesel."
Hold
and
on, why didn't you smell it?
No, it doesn't make sense.
I think I'd just sort of got used to, maybe because I got in the back of the van, smelt that, thought that's in the van, then I got used to that smell.
Yeah.
It's in the back of my car, folded up. I'm concentrating on trying to get this bed made before she gets in.
Sure.
Plus, he used to wear a blindfold instead of sunglasses in those days.
So anyway, she's going, "What is it?" I said, "I've got this off Alf." She said, "We can't have that." She said, "You know, it's a new flat, nice clean flat and everything. We've got this old thing that stinks. Get rid of it." It was murder getting rid of that. And I had to tip it. I went round the back of some supermarket and left it there. Because you call
Fly
around...
tipping. Illegal fly tipping.
Well, no, because I think it's illegal and bad when you're chucking it out, say, at a bus stop or somewhere on a high street or something and people are going, "That looks a mess." I chucked it near the bins at a supermarket. I'd gone out of my way. I thought, where is this not going to be offensive?
Why couldn't you just go down the tip?
I think I did try the tip. Oh, no, there's a massive queue. There was a massive queue.
Laziness, Rick,
A queue
sorry.
at the tip?
A massive queue. I
Where
remember
was
it
this?
now.
Oh,
it was laziness then.
Stretford, that was.
Why
I
is there
remember.
a queue for the tip?
Don't know. I remember, yeah. I remember driving past it thinking, I haven't got time for that. And
So don't go on about you couldn't get rid of it. It's because you couldn't be asked to queue up, you lazy bastard. Couldn't get rid
But
of
what
it.
was he thinking? Why was he panicking? One, why did he get a bed without a mattress? Two, why does he call his dad to get him out of mattress-related problems? His dad goes, Alf's got one in the back of a dirty old fucking van. Oh, wait, that should be alright.
No, but the thing is, what I'm saying is, when I was in that bed shop and I'm going, "Oh yeah, good bed, I'm sitting on it, I'm sitting on a mattress with it." At no point did he say, "Now, have you thought about what sort of mattress you want? Have you got orthopaedic problems or whatever?" That didn't come up. He said, "There's your order, there's your address. I'm not a bed man, I go to the bed man to get bed advice." In the same way, same problem here. I've had work done recently with...
Dad, what? How to get rid of a body? Let me call Alf.
I'd work done recently, right? Bathroom retiled.
Yeah.
Right? It's been a nightmare. Polish fella,
Right?
not a word of English, which makes it hard. I've got him in as a professional to do it. He's sticking grout down the toilet. So then, like, he sort
Now,
of
who's
finishes...
Grout? Is that another mate?
You know, and after they put, like, the grout in the tiles to finish it off,
Yeah.
anything that's left, he didn't put it in the bin and dispose of it properly. He stuck it down the toilet.
Yeah.
And now it's there, the grout's there at the bottom of the toilet.
Is it really?
Yeah, with a screw in it.
Well, you can drain it, can't you? You can turn the water off, get rid of it. Drain the water
No,
off.
it won't seem to go around the U-bend.
Well,
It's
no,
stuck
you'd
there.
get it out there, you'd dry it off, wouldn't you, so there's no water in there.
Well, just stick your hand
Pushed
in.
a lot
Get
of-
your hand in there. Why don't you put a
Well, last time I
glove?
did that, last time you called up when I had my hand down a grid, and you were going, "What are you doing? Get someone out to do that."
Yeah, but it's putting a marigold on and taking the screw out, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the screw's not a problem. I'm not that bothered about that.
Still
I'm
down
worried
there,
about
though,
the
is it?
grout. Yeah, the screw's there. Yeah.
So you could have taken that out, no problem.
Yeah, but it's half a job, that, isn't it? I want to get rid of the grout first, and I'll get rid of the screw.
Yeah.
But I will. I'm not scared about putting. You called up here. I was up to my shoulder, Steve, in like glunge.
No, what annoys me, Rick, is he makes up his own words.
Well, I'm going to use that for Flanimals, mate.
Yeah,
So you're
I'll
up
get
to your
out of
arm in glunge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ricky called, and it was in Kent. The bloke had done the kitchen, been pouring down cement into the grid outside. I'm sort of washing up, look outside, loads of water all over the place. I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I go out there, all the water's like, because it runs to a grid outside, you know, that sort of system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not going down, is it?
sure.
There's loads of water there.
Right.
So I call up the main fella who does the kitchens. There's a message there. Sorry, I'm away in Cyprus.
Right.
So I can't get hold of him.
Right.
So he's ballsed it up, but he's on holiday now. He doesn't want to know. There's all this, like I say, gloopy stuff.
Glunge.
I'm scooping that up with my hand. Up, seriously, must be close to my shoulder.
Right.
Not my problem really, but all these people, you're saying recycle properly. Don't pour stuff. All these bottles you get now, Domestos, it has like little pictures of dolphins looking unhappy because people are pouring bleach down a sink or whatever. I've never had that problem. I've never upset a dolphin. But I know if I hadn't sorted that out, it would have caused loads of problems for me and the neighbour, and it would have been my problem. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not that selfish, really, when it comes to the environment
Start
of the people around me.
using reliable tradesmen,
And
please.
also,
He
do
was.
start caring about the dolphins, please. Because they're all we've got on this planet. Why don't you care about what's happening?
What are we going to swim with if not the dolphins?
I'm
Yeah.
not going to swim with one. It's never going to happen. Never
Well-
going to happen.
What if you had a little div, right? Didn't have long to live. What do you want to do? And he went, swim with dolphins.
So you don't want to do that.
I go, oh, Uncle Karl killed them all. With Domestos. They're all bleached
There'd
and
be some
blind.
other animal. Anyway, it's not about the dolphins, it's about the ocean, isn't it, that the dolphins are in. I told you, if dolphins were in the Thames, they wouldn't be that keen jumping in there saying, oh, let's swim with a dolphin.
Right.
Says you want to swim with a carrier bag in the Caribbean. Oh, yeah, I'd love to. It makes no difference.
I'd love to see that on Nile Edmonds. We've got a little kid here. What's your name? Andrew. And, you want to go swimming? Yeah. What with? Dolphin.
Okay, well we can't
No,
we
there's
can't
no
arrange the
dolphins.
dolphin. They've all died out because of environmental ignorance.
Would you like to swim with a carrier bag? Yeah. Well, good, we can do that. We can chuck it in the pond, get in.
And you can take him out with you after and he can be your best friend. Come on, Tesco.
You know that's the problem, don't you? That's why, do you know the carrier bag problem?
Sure.
I was in the supermarket, and it's that point when they turned round and said, "Do you want a carrier bag?" And I said, "Yeah." I'd bought like milk, loaf. I think I bought some pikelets.
Some what?
That's a pikelet!
It's like a thin crumpet.
I think you told me that before. I've heard it.
There's a word I'd get rid of.
Pikelet.
There's a word I would get rid of.
Thin crumpet.
I've got time to say thin crumpet. I do not need a specific
Thin
word.
crumpet.
But then,
These, that's not a crumpet. Why? Too thin. Call it a
The thing
pikelet or
is,
fuck off.
I'd spent over a tenner anyway. Right.
Right.
I get to the till.
What? Can you make a pikelet by squashing a crumpet thin?
It's tough
What?
to. I've tried
What
that.
if you cut one in half?
No, it doesn't. It's not the same.
No?
I've
But
tried
how
squashing a
thick and
crumpet.
dense is a crumpet that you need a thinner
Depends
one?
where you go. They've got thicker. I'm not enjoying the thicker crumpet at the moment.
Why?
Because the outside burns and the inside does nothing. It's like eating dough. I've cut them out of my diet.
Have you?
Yeah,
Well,
no,
you
I'm
go straight to pikelets now. Is
It's
that
also because it's not the 1950s anymore.
yeah.
So I bought all this stuff. It's over a tenner. She said, "Do you want a carrier bag?" I said, "Of course I do." With all this, you know. She said, "£5." I said, "You what?" She said, £5 for a carrier bag. I said, "I come here all the
Good.
time for the pikelets."
No, I'm right behind this. Right behind this.
Why?
charging for carry bags,
Yeah, it makes you
absolutely.
think, like-
Lazy bastards. I take carry bags down to the supermarket every time I go down there.
Yeah, we've got a drawer full of carry bags. I use
Well,
reuse them.
Steve, can I just put a question in?
Go on.
I do normally. I reuse them.
Right.
But I didn't know I was on my way home from work that day.
Fine, but
Suzanne
this is the
called
problem.
up.
So be it.
So-
That's
Come
you bought
Come
pays
on.
with a nose. 5p, otherwise you carry
Yeah,
one with
and
you.
you got another one. You got to
Right,
remember.
so I said, how's that going to help? How's my 5 pence going to help the environment?
Typical. That is the attitude. That sums it up.
Yeah.
Then it
Well,
sums
at
it
least
up.
it goes
What can I
towards
do?
something else, doesn't it?
It's
It's just
the
making you think.
turtles. It's the turtles. she
Right?
said.
Yeah, turtles. That's right. They get caught up in them. Yeah,
No,
terrible.
she said.
They think they're a jellyfish, and they
Yeah.
go, they swallow it. Yeah, and then choke.
So I said, right. So it's all right. I can kill a turtle, can I, for 5 pence? You're not that bothered then?
Why do you want to kill
What?
a turtle at all?
Because if carrier bags shouldn't be out there,
Yeah.
ban them. But don't say you're killing turtles with free carrier bags. If you want to kill a turtle, 5 pence. Oh, there you go. There's 5 pence. I'll go and kill a turtle. That's what's annoying me.
It's not compulsory though, is it? But what they're saying is that 5 pence goes towards something, doesn't it?
What?
If they're the,
What's it going towards?
well, we don't know. Why are they
She
charging
just
5
told me.
pence?
She said we can't give you carrier bags anymore because you're killing turtles.
There's no way. She said we can't give you Karl Pilkington. Stop killing fucking turtles. 5 pence.
All I'm saying is, if carrier bags are killing turtles, stop making carrier bags. Because the thing is, I can afford 2 carrier bags. 2 turtles are dead since I've been going in there. So
Flash.
what? So does it matter? Does it matter that much or not enough or what? What's the point here?
There could be for that 5p. You could get a little fella out there when he sees a turtle going. He goes and sticks his finger down his throat.
But what taste are they getting out of a jellyfish anyway?
Wow. Will they?
Carrier bag's better, innit?
It gives. Oh, it's pikelet. Someone threw a perfectly good pikelet away. Talking about the Earth, Karl is going around the Earth. Myself and Stephen have set Karl up with a dream job. Not only have we got him a TV programme on Sky, but he's going to see the world. It came out of Karl not being impressed by anything, and Steve had this idea, and we've talked to the producers, and we're basically sending around seeing the 7 wonders. Okay, the 7 most amazing things on Earth. According to polls and opinion, it's a bit of fun. We know they might not be the most amazing things on Earth, but if Karl finds all 7 of them unimpressive and boring, there is something fundamentally wrong with him, we think.
I've only done Egypt so far.
And what do you think of it? They're probably the greatest and earliest
Certainly one of the
civilizations.
greatest, yeah.
Yeah, but they harp on about that a lot.
Well,
And it's like, that's slowing them down, I think.
Unlike the English, we don't drone on about our great past.
no,
But we shouldn't.
yeah.
I don't think we should.
Karl,
Move on.
you go on about doing boxing when you turned up once and got battered by Leroy.
Yeah, because you asked me about it. But
Right.
the thing is, they're constantly... It's like they haven't moved on. Everywhere you go, you see the Sphinx or a pyramid on something. And it builds it up too much. So that when you actually get there, you feel like you've seen it so many times that it doesn't impress you that much. But I like the... it's different. I liked all the, locals and stuff and the way they are and that. And that's good, isn't it?
How are they?
Just a lot of old people.
Yeah?
A lot of old and the young mix more than our lot do. There was only a couple of things that I didn't like, and that was the toilets. Toilets are pretty depressing.
Why? What's up with them?
Just it's just a hole in the ground, isn't it?
Right.
And I like the toilet. It's sort of me time, and to sort of go in one of them, you don't want to hang around. It's
Yeah.
sort of, you just want to do the job and get out. But my insides don't work like that. They like to sort of relax a bit. And you can't do that there because you've got flies whizzing around your head. And there was one time when we were out and about, and I'd had a bit of hummus or something, because you can't get away from all that. I'd been dipping my bread in it, and I suddenly thought, oh, my belly feels funny. Got to find the toilet. Cut through this market. Didn't know one was there, but you sort of smell it. It's like, I'm
Really?
getting close to one. Yeah, it stinks. Go in, there's like a fella sat there, really old. He must have been about 93, about 2 teeth. Sat there with a rag, and you have to pay him to use the toilet.
What's the rag for? He doesn't wipe your ass for you.
I don't know. But
Well, did he or
the
didn't he?
toilet's never been cleaned by the looks of it. I had to give him like 5 Egyptian pounds, whatever that is. I don't know how much that is. But I don't know what he's doing for that money, because the place has never seen a mop. So I go in there, open the door, and it's like one of them holes in the ground. I go, oh God, can't use that. Push the next door open, that's the same. Get to the end one, open it. Normal toilet.
All right.
Ding dong.
Brilliant. Sit down there, do what I do, look round, no toilet paper.
Oh no.
He's waving the rag over the top of the cubicle.
Yeah.
More money.
£10.
So I'm thinking, oh God, thinking, can I just get up? Because it was quite a clean, you know. I thought if I
It
had
was
to,
quite a clean drop. Sure.
yeah. So I'm thinking,
Don't
oh,
they use water though? Don't they use?
well,
water?
they have a hose pipe, yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't fancy that.
Well, that's cleaner though, isn't it? A hose pipe, really getting a
No,
proper
it's
wash.
heck, it's
Why?
heck. How can it be?
Why?
Because that's just gonna, that's not gonna clean it properly. It's gonna get rid of some bits, isn't it? It's like when you clean a car. Yeah, use a hose, but where's a sponge?
Sure.
So,
Yeah,
So-
that's true.
Oh God!
You rinse off a plate, but then
But
you
I
always
just-
give it a little wipe as well.
Exactly, but I like it. That's when the bloke knocks on the door and goes, "You need sponge?" Yes.
so I'm in there. I look at the door. There's no handle on the door, so I'm trapped in there anyway. Someone's nicked the handle, so I can't open the door. I'm sat there. There's no toilet paper. I'm calling like the people who I'm out there with.
Yeah.
They've got the phones off because we're meant to be filming. So I'm thinking, well, if I just wait, eventually they'll call.
They'll panic, yeah.
And they did after about 20.
Hello. Oh, it's Karl. What do you need? A handle and some toilet paper, please.
So they called up and they had to come down. That fella don't let you in unless you pay 5 Egyptian.
So they all had to
and
pay.
they all had to pay 5. I mean, I don't know why they all had to come in to see me. Like it's some,
They had
it's a bit
the camera
embarrassing.
going.
Yeah.
Did they bring you some toilet paper then?
No, they got it from the fella with the who you pay the money to. He had
you
a
should have
supply.
paid for some
Right.
on the way in. So
I think
yeah.
that's what you do. But they don't give you a full roll. They give you like a strip,
Right.
which I'm pretty wasteful with toilet paper.
well, it's
I
made you
prefer
learn,
to do a good job, use it up, replace it, rather than 5 sheets. I've never done that in my life.
Right.
So my brother taught me something. When he was in the army, he said you used to have to sort of put your hand through it, get it all, then use that paper to get it off your hand.
What?
When you're in the army,
Yeah.
you're taught survival techniques.
Right.
And they said if you're caught with very little toilet paper,
It's a survival technique.
Yeah.
Not like-
yeah. What did he die? Died of a dirty arse. Hold on. Wait a minute. Right. What is this technique?
you get the toilet paper,
Right.
use 2 sheets,
Right.
fold it over, so you've got, normally to 1 sheet is 2 ply. You've got
Right.
4 ply.
Right.
So
Two
it's a sort
sheets.
of, it's like a bog glove, a bog paper glove.
Yeah, so you put your hand through it, so you make a hole.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Make a hole?
Make a hole so your hand goes through it.
Yeah.
Then you can wipe your arse with that.
What,
And
with
then-
your hand?
Yeah, and then the toilet paper that's left, you pull it off like that, and you wipe your fingers with it.
Well, so you've still got shit on your hand?
This is horrible.
Yeah,
Why
but
don't,
you
you just
wiped it off.
why don't you just wipe your ass with the toilet paper?
Because you've only got a couple of sheets because you're in the jungle, right? And it's
Well,
survival.
I don't know.
It's all about survival, Rick.
So what's the difference between
don't know.
wiping
Maybe you
your
got it
ass
wrong.
with your hand and trying to get shit off your hand, or wiping your ass with the toilet paper and putting your fucking trousers up? I don't know why this is a technique. That's some sort of mad sergeant's idea. What I do, boys, is I like to smear shit all over my face and then use the 1 sheet of toilet to wash my face off. It doesn't make any sense at all. Should I suggest something for you? You like wiping your ass with your hand. You don't like paper and water, you like a sponge. One of those big foam hands that you see at sporting
Sports
events.
events.
So you just
Yeah.
go in with that, like Kenny Everett. You go in there with 2 big sponges. You sit down, you wipe your ass, you just leave them up, you just leave
and
them
then
there.
you can cheer about it as you leave. But everyone will know. Be careful with the giant sponge finger that it doesn't go up the arse and cause damage. That is a problem.
Well, that's it in the last series of the Ricky Gervais Guide To's. Maybe the last guide to ever. Maybe the last audiobook ever.
Who knows?
As you've seen, we've running out of ideas.
Well, I've had enough.
Yeah, so
Let's be
have I,
honest.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, that was about the environment, and we certainly recycled some old shit there. So, it's goodbye from me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant,
Bye.
and the global village idiot that is Karl Pilkington.
Right.